Hi everyone. Today's video is a collaboration between me and Atomic from Mr. Mark. So I've been making beans and I'll be eating it with toast bread. Though unfortunately I'll not be able to toast in my bread because for the past 7 days now we've not had power, so there's no way I can use my toaster. Though I'll be using another method that was described to me by Atomic Shrimp, though I've never heard of it before, that our bread can also be fried. So that's the method I'll be using for my bread instead of toast bread. Alright? That's about that now. We have different kinds of beans, though I'm not an expert on beans. So this most commonly used one in Nigeria here. We have we have brown as we have this one. Then we have white too. We have white too. Beans is one of the food that is dreaded among Nigerians. Nigerians, especially among the students. Why? Why is it dreaded? Because it takes very longer time to get cooked. Now in a situation where that kind of resources is very scarce, students tend to be very. In fact, I can't remember the last time when I was in college that I used stove to cook my meals. No, because it takes very longer time for it to get done. You just be like you are wasting kerosene. Rather, we usually use electric cooker to do that. We use electric cooker to do that, and because majorly in Nigeria, our power use is not measured. I'm talking about 99% of Nigerian homes are because our power are not well arranged and organized. You can use any amount of power, though they know that they don't supply regularly. They just build. You just ask you to pay any amount. You can just pay them. So that is how it is. So we usually use that to cook our beans. That's for students, for those in our high institutions. All right. So this one has been picked. All the dirt have been picked away from it. You can see here. Special thanks to all of you that wish me well. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you guys. I'm very grateful to you. Thank you very much. To be candid, I feel loved. Thank you very much. And those of you that bought me a cup of coffees, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I'll never thank you enough. Thank you very much. And also to my patrons, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. You are everything to me. Beans. It's one of the food in Nigerian that is usually attacked by weevil a lot. If you put beans, I don't know why it happens like that. If you put it in a bucket, let's say for like 5 days, by the time you realize that it is being attacked with weevil. So we usually devise a traditional method to combat that, and we use. So you need to add chili pepper to the beans so that it will not be attacked. This is a chili pepper bean. It has been dried up. So this is chili pepper. If you don't do that, then your rice will be your beans will be consumed by the weevil. A friend of mine used to say, Oyinbo, they will put anything inside the can. Now, in Nigeria, when we say Oyinbo, we are referring to Westerners. Yes, when we say Oyinbo in Nigeria, we are referring to Westerners. That's what we call Oyinbo. So, one of my friends would say that the Westerners can put anything in it. You have canned beans or canned rice, canned this, canned that, and that thing used to make me to laugh a lot because I know that is entirely true. Some of the things I've never heard are tinned, they're canned. You hear when I see them, so whoa. Though I fully understand why, you know, for their shelf life to be increased. I fully understand. But being an African, being a Nigerian, I could never think of canning such. Those floating grain, I don't know if they are good or not, but we eat everything, whether it's float or not, as long as it's not a stone, pebble, or any other hard thing, another hard thing that is not food. So this is grinding stone. I just in my mind to use it to show you guys how we use grinding stone. I know very few of you might have seen the grinding stone before, but this is what we use traditionally to grind our food, sauce, or whatever. Now, traditionally, culturally in Nigerian, a man is not expected to know how to use this. No, only the women, only the ladies are expected to know how to do this. In fact, a man is not even expected to be in the kitchen, either doing it alone or with his wife. In fact, there was kind of stigma attached to any man, you know, being frequently found in the kitchen with his wife. But nowadays things are changing. Yes, things are changing. Now, those of us that are bringing about the change, we call ourselves a modern man. Not really modern when you compare to the men that have come before us, but in terms of how we are changing things. There are no. There's nothing wrong in a man being found in the kitchen. There's nothing wrong. I have a friend of mine who's very, very good at cooking. He's very, very good at cooking. In fact, he used to cook for his girlfriend. So you shouldn't kill such talent because of his sex. No, that's not good. So my skill will not be good in doing this because culturally, I'm not expected to know how to do this, culturally speaking. The pestle is not long enough. I'm supposed to use my two hands like this to do it, but because it's not that long, it's not even big enough. We have some pestle that are way bigger than this, so that is why I'm using only one hand to do it. Just one hand. You can see why now. The seed is being crushed. So when it is crushed, it releases flavor. Unlike using we have manual blender too. We have manual blender, we have electric blender, but the electric blender, because of the situation of the country, is rarely used. The situation of power in Nigeria. Once again, I'm using this opportunity to thank my patrons. Thank you very much for your support. I'm very, very grateful to you guys. Very, very grateful. All right, I'm done with the crushing. You can see that. If you can see my face now, I'm sweating all over. I tell you how hard I found this. All right, so I want to scoop it into my small plate. These are reusable plastic, not a single use, reusable. We've been using this now, it's over 2 years, so it's reusable. And apart from the having reusable plastic, we still haven't developed. Nationally, our consciousness has not risen enough to know that we have to be careful in the use of plastic. Yes, we've not gotten to that level. We still have a lot to get right. Mother Earth is for everybody, and we need to take good care of it. Because if you don't, Mother Earth can abandon us too. Some people, they will grind the onion too, but for me, I'll just slice the onion inside. I prefer my onion to be sliced inside instead of being crushed, instead of being ground along with the pepper. Now, all right, back to my onion now. Oh, I totally forgot what I'm supposed to do again so that the onion will not sting my eyes. I forgot that too. All right, so I need to hurry up to do this hurriedly because of my eyes. That's about ready. All right, I'm adding salt now. This is my salt. I don't like too much salt, so it's better for my food not to be salty enough than for it to be over salty. I will not be able to eat that. So I have to check to see if it is soft enough. God. But from what I'm saying, it is not. Can you see that? It is not soft enough. So I'm not going to add the sauce now. All right, it's now time for me to add my spices and my onions. Add everything to it. I've already added salt. Third salt, I'll put red oil. Then once I put red oil, then it's ready. Some people, they will go further, they will add sugar. But for me, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be adding sugar to this. Yeah, we have your red oil here. I'll make sure it's not too much. Yes, it's not too much. That's about that. Then lastly, I'm going to add seasoning cube, non-seasoning cube. So these are seasoning cube. Is also it's one of the most popular seasoning cube in Nigeria. We have another one, Maggi. In fact, Maggi is the most popularly known to an extent that Maggi in Nigerian, Maggi is usually used to describe all seasoning cube. Just to tell you how popular it is. So I'll be using only half of this. Only half of it. Alright, the base is ready now. Alright, you can see that it's now ready, very soft enough. Alright. So when it's cooled down, the remaining liquid is going to be absorbed. It's going to be absorbed by other grains that are still intact to absorb them. So that will make the flavor to be rich enough, or rich more than this. In case you are wondering, how do we know when the beans is done? Alright, just take a few grains outside. So when it is soft enough. Alright, so this one is soft enough now. That means that it is done, almost done. For some people, it is done like this for them. But for me, I want it to be softer, more a little bit. I say that now. That means that it is done, depending on how hard or how soft you want it to be. It is done. Next is now for me to fry my bread. I can't believe I'm saying that. Fry bread. Some of you can feel my pain whenever I'm talking about Nigerian issues. I'll send it in the comments. Some of you can to some extent feel my pain, even though you are not seeing my face, from my voice. It's just we're facing a lot. For the past 7 days now, I'm supposed to toast this bread. Enjoy the toast bread. You know, for the past 7 days, we don't have power. So how do we go about it? Imagine that. No power, and there's no disaster. The only kind of disaster we have majorly in Nigeria is the human disaster. Human greed, selfishness. Somebody said the entire world's wealth is not enough for a greedy man. Never enough. That's what we are facing. Can you just imagine that? In this 21st century, how can we not have reliable power supply? Doesn't make any sense. Do you know that most of the industries and factories that we have in Lagos State, as an example now, where majority of Nigerian scammers are from, majority of the factories, they've closed down. Some of them have moved to Ghana, our neighbor here. And many of those factories have been turned to churches. They've been turned to churches. Now, imagine. Price of every day commodity is increasing every day. We are now literally being affected by dollar now. Dollar. Whatever you want to buy in Nigeria now, when they tell you the price, and you say, we are like, how this too is, they tell you, dollar is too high. Dollar is too high. It is so worse, so literally being affected that when you get to a shop, before the seller tells you the price of the item, and the seller hears that the price of the dollar has risen, believe me, the seller will instantly increase the price of whatever you want to buy. Yes, that's happened to me before. I don't know what is happening. You know, to just live a normal life is quite hard. But that, in no circumstance, is an excuse for hurting others. Yes, I will never hurt others. Hurting others simply because you are going through a lot. There's no excuse for that. Last week I'll be frying this just like making my oil to go round. I've never done this before. This is I don't know. It's not weird, but it's because something I've never done before. It looks somehow. I'm frying bread, you know. Okay, all right. Let's go and fry bread now so that I can enjoy my fried bread or my toast bread. It's even toasted. My toast bread with my beans, locally made beans. I've tried canned beans once. In one of my previous videos, I tried it, but I don't like the taste at all. I said it in the video that it tasted sour to me. You know, and you can't blame me. I'm using an African tongue instead of a Westerner tongue. Many of you will have different reactions to our own dishes too. That is normal. All right, I'm frying my bread now. Let me turn it to the other side. This one is already soaked. I want to turn it to the oh, perfect. Yes, it's toasting, it's frying. Oh, you can see that. I can feel the crust, the crusty touch, you know. Yeah, look at that. I can feel that. So this is the first one. Oh my god, it's almost burnt. Maybe I'm supposed to share it when it's burning, but I'm not sharing any cackling sound. Alright, so this is my first fry. It's more or less baked. I think it works. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike, for suggesting this method for me. I wanted to give up. Alright, this is good. It works. Yes, I can feel that it works. Mr. Mike at Atomic Shrimp, thank you for everything. He's my number one patron. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike, for the love you have for me and my entire family. I'll forever be grateful to you. Thank you so much. You mean a lot to me. Atomic Shrimp. My fried bread is ready now. All right, those first batch that I did, they were not well fried enough, but this one now, still crispy as if it is toasted. Tastes good, but a little bit burnt. All right, so it's like me combining our local food with westernized style of bread. So western style of bread. So obviously, I'm a typical Nigerian. I can't eat this like Mr. Mike Atomic Shrimp did. I can't do that. So if I'm to originally eat this kind of food now, that's the way I'm going to eat it now. How I can originally eat is very, very simple. Some of you may find it not appealing and appalling as I will eat here. All right, we want to eat it. So you put it inside. You like that. And we want to enjoy like a sandwich. Like sandwich. I can eat like a sandwich. Maybe if I'm in a hurry somewhere and I need to take some bites. So I can easily eat that as sandwich. But if I'm not going anywhere, it's good. I've never eaten this before. This is my first time. Never eaten this kind of food before. And I'm loving it. Okay. Alright. That's where I eat my food. That's the end of the video. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. You can support me by becoming my patron or buying me a cup of coffees. Alright, that's about. If you have any suggestion, any video you want me to do, please put it in the comment section below. I'll surely do it. Thank you, and see you next time.